Hey Aries, welcome to your reading. I'm Empress Rose. We're going to be doing a traditional tarot spread over here on YouTube. Over on Vimeo, I'm going to be doing a mashup of tarot and I Ching readings. So the I Ching and I go back a long ways. It was one of the first practices I started with. But we had a little falling out there. It's been about 6 years, but we recently mended our relationship, so I'll be doing that over on Vimeo. But over here, we've got a more traditional tarot spread for you. Any topic is fair game. Two of Earth, juggling, maybe being part of two worlds. That's funny. Yeah, trying to grow two things, juggling two activities, or negotiations between parties. Yeah, just trying to negotiate and navigate, like a lot going on. Basically, two of Earth to me is being very busy. You have a lot going on, a lot of activities. Maybe you haven't completed one activity before the next one starts up, so you're kind of having to juggle your time and energy. Just a lot of work to be done here. Oh, okay. Past, present, inner landscape, what's the issue, environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Okay, in the recent past, we have 10 of water. So you completed something and it was awesome and it was good and you liked it. Very emotional accomplishment, maybe with other people. There was difficulty, but you completed something and it felt really good. It felt great. Look, we've even got the same little hummingbird right over here from this one. We got the hummingbird showing up here. We got any more hummingbird? No, that's our hummingbird. So, so you completed something, which is interesting because this was telling me that you didn't quite complete something, that you're juggling, or you're juggling a lot. Oh my gosh, there are so many like sort of threads running through there. This almost seems like a conceptual tapestry here where each thing is kind of dovetailing with something else, which is kind of what we have here. And then this whole thing, lots of communication or wanting communication and things sort of weaving together to create sort of a whole here. But it's really fascinating to me how each card is sort of leading into the next card very naturally. It's a very natural progression. So 10 of water, that's completion of something and you were very happy with it. Or like some peace was found in a relationship or some kind of, everyone's happy in the 10 of water and it feels really good. So, but then we move into, oh, look at this. You've got all, you have all four elements here, except for the air isn't doing too well. So maybe some miscommunication or some poor communication or illogical thinking. So 4 of water, which is fine. I love illogical thinking myself. But so here though, it's not an issue, actually. It's the best way that card could have shown up. But we'll get to it. So 4 of water, a little bit of obsession. This shows Narcissus, and then we have like daffodils, which are the Latin would be Narcissus. Is more of the official word, and then in English there's the narcissus flower, which is a smaller daffodil. So, but it's just obsessing over something. But it's interesting because in the 10 of water we have 2 people or a combination. It always seems like a group activity here, that it was very successfully completed. There's some sort of divine connection and divine communication that came through with that, and just we have a double rainbow of just this being, the sun coming out after the rain. And we have these lotus flowers blooming, right? And we have that phrase like, no mud, no lotus. So from the mud, something really beautiful emerged and came forward, and there was a lot of happiness. But this Narcissus, this 4 of water, and this is our 4 of cups, and it's sort of, it's about stopping something, ceasing something, a pattern, an issue, stopping a cycle. I keep wanting to see Four of Coins here as far as like obsession is concerned. But we have someone turning their back on something, basically. Is there's an offer and then there's a refusal of an offer. Here in this one. We also have the daffodils coming over from the other one, moving over from Ten of Water. So it's looking like a similar type situation as something that made you happy before. But this time the offer is being refused and declined, because someone sees something better, or someone's very self-absorbed and someone else is trying to get their attention or wanting something from them. So I don't know which one you are in this, but it's like this grouping that was so happy. Now someone's turned away from it and has rejected it, and this almost looks like if like going solo with a band or something like that. Like here it's you know, I can't, it's what was Neil Young's, anyway, very old reference, even old for me, but it's like going solo, right? Someone decided to go solo. Someone's like here we had this band, we were very successful, and now the lead singer's like, you know what, I think my name's good enough that I think I'm just gonna do my name now and not be with the band. So that's a little bit of what someone's like, you know, I'm fine without the group, I'm gonna go do my own thing and not continue with this situation. Even though it was successful and everyone was happy, there's a maybe someone just wants to try something else or try something new, but there's a turning of their back on offers or something, to go their own way, to do their own thing. They're feeling, and it's not wrong to feel like you're good enough to do that, right? We all have to feel good enough, you know, to follow our own hearts and our own dreams and our own wishes. So this person is wishing to maybe work solo for a while, and is not receptive to any new offers of connection. They are connecting with themselves and their own vision, and are not interested in connecting with someone else right now. So your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, what you're thinking about, this is Eight of Fire. So these look like falcons to me. This is about communication. Maybe someone's not communicating with you and you would really like some communication right now. You would really like to understand what's going on. Yeah, this is a deep desire for communication. Or maybe there's fear about communication, that maybe if you're the one that's turned your back, it could be that you don't want this communication and it's coming at you and you're being peppered with questions as to why. It could also be, if you are the one facing this person, then we also have a situation of you wanting more communication, you wanting them to turn around and talk to you. There's a desire here for communication. And it looks yeah, I mean, if you're desiring more and more communication, it looks like it's not being met, right? That's where the desire is coming from an unmet need. And then if yeah, that's what I'm seeing. What's at issue here is Seven of Air in reverse. So in reverse, it's wonderful. It's like gossip, and that's not wonderful, but it's this the secrets being exposed, or something that's been hidden from you being exposed to you, being cleared up, things that maybe you suspected were going on being caught. It's like catching somebody red-handed, or, you know, overhearing something. So information and an idea or something that you couldn't see before. So it's air, so it could be an idea, logic. So it's something that you didn't see before, but you're now able to see it. You're now able to hear it, which I find interesting, because you want this communication and you're getting it. But that's like what's creating an issue, is what you haven't seen or heard before, you now are seeing and hearing. And something's being made very clear to you that maybe was meant to be kept hidden from you, or meant to be kept a secret, or no one here is trying to win at all costs. There's no secrecy right now, which is interesting because this Four of Water sort of has someone needing something and someone declining it. So maybe you're wanting communication and someone's declining communication, or someone else wants communication from you and you're declining it. But the truth is some sort of truth is being revealed, not maybe all of the truth for your whole lifetime, but something that's been kept from you. Sneaky behavior, winning at all costs, a lie, something like that is coming to the foreground here. Maybe you've declined to talk to someone about it. Like now that you've heard what you weren't supposed to hear, you're not talking about it. These falcons look very ferocious and determined. They're hunting for like a response or something like that. They're very purposeful. The communication that you're fearing or hoping or thinking about is very forceful and clear and determined. And again, you could be afraid of it. You could be worried about it. You could be worried about your own communication. I mean, it's 8 of fire. It's so fiery, and so is Aries. So there's a sense of, a very direct communication. This could be something that you're not interested in. So someone keeps reaching out and you're not interested because you know it's going to look like this. But this is more direct. This is unveiling and revealing something. It's more direct than you've experienced before. And so then in your environment, you have 5 of Earth. There's grief and sadness. So this 10 of Water, something that was so successful and so lovely. Now we have someone in your environment, someone that, it could be the person that you've turned away from. They are feeling very sad and alone and isolated, left out. Sometimes, if we're referring to some sort of breakup, that's just the way that goes. It's not really like you can't help that. You have to follow your heart and do what you want to do and do what you need to do. And you can feel bad for the other person, but you can't go not breaking up with people because you don't want them to feel sad. So, because that's just, you're just going to live your life trying to make how's that going to work? That's not going to work. You're not living your life. So 5 of Earth here, we have someone feeling very left out. So that's what's making me think you're the one that's like leaving or doing your own thing here. And someone's feeling very left out. If you're being secretive, that will be revealed. If someone else is being secretive, that will be revealed. And I think maybe that's why you're a little bit worried about this communication. So someone here is feeling left out, maybe feeling impoverished. They could be tired. They could be vulnerable, feeling very vulnerable. Out in the cold is what we have, with 5 of Earth, someone left out in the cold, an abandonment. They feel abandoned. Your to-do list. So if you're not communicating with someone and you intend to be, and you want to tell them something, they're feeling it. They're feeling the lack of communication. They're feeling that you've turned your back to them. If that was the right move for you, though, you can't really be, that's the right move for you. In your to-do list, page of Earth here, we have learning, but this is not, it's the page, which is a student. And it's the Earth, which is reality. So this is beginning a new job, beginning a new situation. So beginning something new. It's not your first time though. I mean, that's the interesting thing, particularly about this page of Earth. Is a lot of times the page of Earth is something that's been building for a while, and now we finally get to see it emerging into reality. This page of Earth has already done like a lot of preliminary work, and this isn't going to be your very first time doing something like this. This isn't going to be your very first, semester, or your very first job, or your very first anything like that. That's not what this one is. This page comes in, even though it's a learner and there's still a lot to learn. This is more like first fruits of labor that's already been put in, and learning how to, I would say, deal with those first fruits. So we have an apple. So this isn't your first harvest. This isn't your first apple tree, but maybe this is the first time you've had enough apples to be able to do something with. Maybe this is the first time you're making apple cider or apple pie, but it's not your first time. And it may be like the first fruits of the season of your life or whatever, where this is the first time you actually have something to work with. So this is sort of like a get to work on something that you've already been working on, but it's about a new part of that process, a new place in that process. And it's very physical. It's about how you spend your time, how you spend your money. It's usually work related or having to do with something like work. So, and that's what's interesting, because we started off with this Two of Earth here, of having to juggle something. Two things going on. And so this is having you starting something new, but this has you having to juggle it in, or having to sort of splice it in. I almost see like herringbone tile work or something, like this one and this one and this one, and having to sort of splice a new activity into your current situation, which is actually reminding me of an apple tree, of sort of like a new branch, a new variety, right? You can take a new variety and take that branch and splice it into I forget what that's called, but splice it into the tree, and it becomes part of the tree. And so that trunk can grow this new type of branch with a different type of apple on it. So that's so you can do that with like a more hardy type of apple tree that doesn't produce great apples, but then you can put like a delicious apple into that hardy tree trunk and have that be a more resilient tree, right? So that's a little bit of what I'm seeing here with this Two of Earth, is that you've got a new beginning here. You need to embrace it and do something new, but it could create a little hecticity for you. Possible outcome. Well, all of these sort of fears and communications that you're hoping for and maybe being declined. Like if this is a job, it's like you've put a lot of feelers out, and you'll be getting a job. but Six of Fire is victory. You get what you want. You worked for it, you earned it, you get what you want, and there's a lot of rejoicing. There's a lot of happiness. There's almost like a full circle here. We go from 10 of water to 6 of fire. And 6 of fire is, when you get this, when you achieve what you set out to achieve, a lot of people are happy. You're not the only one that benefits from it, but a lot of people are going to benefit from this. So what I'm seeing here too is this sort of, grafting. That's what it's called, grafting. So you're grafting a new activity into your life, and it's going to be a little bit of a juggling act at first. You're grafting this new activity into your life, but it's going to be really successful. This graft is going to it's going to work, it's going to be successful. So that's very exciting. We go from being happy to being happy, but there's sort of like this communication, revelation, understanding, seeing things you didn't see before, like being refused, being declined, and then you get what you want and you're very successful. But somebody doesn't get what they want here. That's the interesting thing about this Five of Earth. Somebody doesn't get what they want. Someone's very sad about not getting what they want here. So you may have to make some choices and decisions. You are definitely making choices and decisions about what to do with your time and energy here. And whoever you turn your back on, they're not stoked about it, which we can understand, right? So, all right, so what do we have to look forward to for our dear Aries? Wood nymph, beauty. Oh, cool. Again, we have the lotus. We have the growth from difficulty. There's almost a sense of a Three of Pentacles vibe here with working together. You're not alone in this endeavor. But wow, this looks really beautiful. Maybe that's a little bit about what got your attention. It's something very beautiful here. Ooh, wood nymph. This is very similar, right? We've got these floating flowers. We've got the pond in the woods. And the lotus flowers showing up again here. So beautiful. That's what you're looking forward to. Something very beautiful. And maybe a little pond in the woods. All right, Aries, I hope that was helpful for you. If you want, join me over on Vimeo. We're going to see if we can splice actually some I Ching into our tarot readings here. So we'll see how that works. Ciao.